All right, I dressed in my championship best collared shirt and all to see our boys take on Man City in the FA Cup final and Barcelona in the Champions League final and take home that glory for the Black Cats. Let's play. All right, so we have had a pretty decent end to the season here. If you look after that rotten run of form that saw us essentially play ourselves out of a Premier League title, we've turned it around and put on a show. We have won 4 of our last 6 games, drawn the other 2. Obviously, there were some huge games in there, like that 4-2 home win against Liverpool to book our ticket to play Barcelona in the Champions League final. There was that 5-0 undressing of Man United. We beat Brighton 2-1 in the Premier League in our final league game of the season. And that just leaves the 2. That leaves the 2. We are in for 1, 2, 3 trophies this season. Yes, we missed out on the Premier League, but if we were to say that we're going to win 1 trophy at the beginning of the season, as a reminder, 500-1 odds. If we were to say that we were going for 1 trophy this season, people probably would have laughed at us. Then we won it. To say that we're going for 2, never mind 3, unheard of. An email came through with our budgets once we beat Brighton and were officially confirmed as playing in the Champions League next season. And they gave us $83.6 million and $2.3 million in wage budget, which represents a huge, massive investment from Cyril. Hopefully we won't need it because hopefully we're about to end this series today. But if we don't, we're going to have a lot of money to retool and reinvest and beat the crap out of the Premier League and the Champions League next year. In that vein, we can kind of take a look at the massive number of signings that I plan on bringing in. They're all babies, 17, 18, 19, 18, 19, 18, 23, and 18. But some of these are incredibly exciting. Tommaso Mazzi is a 6'2", 17-year-old goalkeeper from Fiorentina, who I think if we were to take a look at who we have as a goalkeeper in the youth team, he's infinitely better than all of them. Then we have Junai Byfield from Tottenham. Again, a 6'3", 18-year-old playing center back. Jumping reach and heading are only going to get better, but his natural fitness, his first touch, his tackling, and his passing are going to make him an excellent ball-winning midfielder. Nunzio Ngwanda is a 6'2". There's a theme here. 6'2", 19-year-old that I brought in for his release clause of $30 million from Anderlecht. And he, again, 15 first touch, 14 tackling, 14 marking, 14 positioning. He is fast as all get out. Yes, only 13 jumping reach and 12 heading, but that's only going to get better. He's 19 years old. Ken Bartu Kigir is an 18-year-old left back that is currently on loan at Stoke City, but he's coming from Fenerbahce. 15 first touch, 14 tackling, so you know he's defensively sound, but his speed, 15 pace, 15 acceleration, 14 agility is going to come in handy. This crossing at 10, I imagine at max is probably going to get to 15, 16. So he is going to be a really great future left back for us. Mattia Segini, we are bringing him in from Cessna on a free. He is an Italian 19-year-old right back. He's going to follow right in the footsteps of Masuri. He has 13 crossing already. Yes, his acceleration and pace aren't exactly where I would like him to be, but he's only going to grow, and to bring him in on a free only benefits us. Saba Karabashvili, we are bringing in from Dinamo Tbilisi as a left back. We're loading up on left backs here. He is 18. He's only 5'3", so he's a tiny little munchkin, but we get him for $875,000. 15 crossing, 14 first touch, 17 decisions. His pace, his acceleration, his agility is out of control. He is the future. He is the future for us. He's 18, so he will be homegrown at club, homegrown in nation. This guy's the future. Yes, we have Bartu. We brought him in for a lot of money, but I feel like he can play defensive mid and play on that wing, so he has a lot more flexibility. Sunusi Ba, he is another left back that we are bringing in from Germany. However, he is strong with both feet. He can play both sides, and he's a little bit older, a little bit more established. I think that he is going to fit in as our defensive cover on both sides. So we'll be able to have him in taking up one bench spot to be able to cover both fullbacks. Yes, that means we're going to have to move on from either Ait Nouri or Barinaga, maybe even Masuri. But I think this will end up being really great for us moving into the next year. Finally, we have Cardoso Varela, an 18-year-old Portuguese winger coming in from Dinamo Zagreb. He's got 14 crossing, 15 dribbling, 15 first touch, 14 finishing. I mean, it's incredible. 14 passing, 15 technique. His pace and acceleration aren't spectacular, but he's dual-footed, so he can play on either side. Again, he's going to be one of those people that ends up being homegrown, so he is the future. And we can use him now as cover for both of them on the bench. We brought him in for $8.5 million, going up to 15 and a quarter. But I think that this is really, really great business for a 4.5-star, almost 5-star current ability player. That is what we have. And if we look, our transfers in, 133 million, transfers out from this past year, 100 million. So we've only spent $33 million net. Given where we've ended up, I think that's an incredible trade-off, personally. Let's get into the exciting stuff here. We are going to play our FA Cup final game against Manchester City. Here we go. We're pretty much unchanged here for the FA Cup final. Owusu Adoro in goal, Sosa, Branthwaite, Zouma, and Masuri across the back line, Martel and Wharton at the double pivot, Malero, Ouedraogo, Karetsas in the attacking midfield three, and then Ekitike up top. My little pre-match hype-up video chat with the boys included me talking about how much the fans have supported us through the season. And I really think they have been incredible. As Sosa wins the ball and then heads it back up to nobody, it is just, we just need to get the ball down on the ground. There's a big ball up over the top. Ekitike gives chase, but it is right into Ortega's hands. So my pre-match speech was very much about the fans and how much they've given us this year. Ouedraogo forces the turnover and Ekitike lazes it over the bar. And I really think, again, if we came into the season saying that we were going to be in 3 finals, the Sunderland fans would be, first, they'd probably laugh in our face. But then they'd start thinking about it, and as it started to come to fruition, you know the Stadium of Light would be packed out of control. So we're at Wembley today. You know there's going to be some big numbers, some big supporting fans here for us. It's Bernardo Silva, in his old age, gets it up to Phil Foden, over to Erling Haaland, but there's a hint of offside. He might have been just ahead of the back line. I think that was Zouma covering him. Disallowed. Okay. All right. Ooh, parity is still in play. Yep, he snuck just ahead. Ooh, actually, Zouma had stayed online. Branthwaite had overlapped him. But he is just a step ahead of them. All right, we are now 20 minutes into the game, and there hasn't really been a whole lot going on. So let's encourage the boys. Masuri's on another freaking yellow card, I swear. That man cannot stay unfoully. All right, we have a corner here. Sosa into Zouma. Zouma doing Kurt Zouma things. It is Zouma time, baby. Borna Sosa into the near post. Kurt Zouma jumps right in front of 3 defenders and is able to nod it up and over Ortega to hit a back corner header going away from that side too. So it looks like we may go into halftime here. We got those 3 minutes left. We have gone into halftime with the only shot on target, and that was Kurt Zouma's header that he buried into the back post off of a Borna Sosa corner kick. I am happy with the performance, but we need to make sure that we keep that up. I also want to make sure that I keep track of our conditioning because we do have the final ahead of us. Borna Sosa gets it into Ekitike. Oh, that was almost so pretty. That was almost so pretty. All right, Adam Wharton is a little tired. I'm going to go ahead and start making some substitutions. We're in the 66th minute. Enzo Lafie can come on for Adam Wharton, that ball playing, or I'm sorry, the deep line playmaker. Ekitike will come off for Talal Haji because Ekitike has not shown up. It's so frustrating because like some days he is incredible and I can't take him off the field. The Brighton game, he had a first half hat trick and he threw an assist in the second half. And then we come into this game and he doesn't even know where the ball is. All right, let's pull Karetsas off. He's not playing particularly well. Do I want Harry Wilson or Harvey Elliott? Let's give Harvey a shot here. So I've made 3 subs. All right, we are only up 1-0 here. But again, if we take a look at our recent form against Man City, we've got 2 wins on the bounce going into this game. All right, we have about 6 minutes left. I'm going to switch up to our let's just calm it down mentality. Make some substitutions. Malero hasn't shown up because why would he? Let's get Aitnori on for Branthwaite. Or I'm sorry, Aitnori on for Borna Sosa. Barinaga on for Missouri. And trust the rest of the team to see out this game. We have about 5 minutes left. We are bleeding the clock out. We have held Man City to 1 shot on target. Talal Haji into Eric Martel. 3rd goal of the season is in an FA Cup final to salt this away. Wow. Enzo Lafie clips it up to our giant group. Talal Haji nods it down, and then Martel goes through Zouma's legs. But if the away leg of our Champions League game has told us anything, all right, we are offside, or they are offside. If our away leg can tell us anything, this Man City team can score in stoppage time. That game, that second leg in the Champions League was wild. We went up 1-0 early with Karetsas, and then they scored twice in stoppage time of the first half. And that's it right there. We officially have done the domestic double. We have the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup sealed away into our trophy cabinet. Let's freaking go, boy. Oh my God. This is incredible. Incredible. And we are going to lift it up, lift it up. That right there is a trophy lift for the ages. I don't know when the last time Sunderland won the FA Cup, but it's got to be a pretty freaking long time. All right, let's go and check that. And we just got Guardiola fired. We just got Pep fired from Man City. He has been there for how long? He's been there for almost 9 years, and we beat him in the Champions League this year, and beat him for the FA Cup final this year. And Man City tapped out. They said, no, we don't want him anymore. That's insane. Let's look at our competitions. FA Cup. So we've not won the FA Cup since 1973. That's crazy. What is that? 27, 52 years? We just won the FA Cup for the first time in 52 years, knocking out Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. Let's go. Let's go. Now we've just got this baby, this big old giant behemoth, the UEFA Champions League final against Barcelona. It is in 6 days. We are headed out to the Allianz Arena in Germany, home of Bayern Munich, to play Barcelona, to add something different to this past winners. I mean, we obviously have never won it, but Barcelona haven't won it in 10 years. The last time they were winners, Barcelona were in Germany. Yikes. Okay. All right. Well, we need to make sure we are the ones adding to our trophy cabinet and not Barcelona. Well, I will bring you back in 6 days for this game in Germany against a Spanish giant, Barcelona. I'll see you then. Crazy little note here. Ryan Ait-Nouri won African Defender of the Year over the likes of Ousmane Diomande and Mukhtar Diakabi, which allowed him to finish third in African Footballer of the Year voting, behind Umar Sadiq and Simon Bonza. Sure. I mean, he's our backup rotation left back, but yeah, absolutely. Let's congratulate him. Here we are, folks. We are in Germany to play Barcelona in the Champions League final. It's here. We have the opportunity to make history, Sunderland history. We will never be forgotten if we are able to walk out of Germany with the biggest trophy in club football. But we got to go play Barcelona. We have to slay the giant. This is going to be the team that does it. We have Owusu Adoro in goal, Borna Sosa, Jared Branthwaite, Kurt Zouma, and Filippo Missouri across the back line, Martel and Wharton at the double pivot, Elliott, Ouedraogo, and Karetsas. We've got a young attacking midfield three, and then Ekitike up top. So I kind of lied to the boys here. I told them that we have nothing to lose, when in reality, we have everything to lose. The FM26 beta is dropping any day now. We have the chance to end this series today. There's a lot on the line here. A lot on the line. Barcelona have the one shot on goal. We are in the 21st, 22nd minute. We have not done a whole lot. They have held possession. As long as they don't score, I'm good. They can have all the possession they want. But they get the first highlight in the 33rd minute. Balde comes in, Ansu Fati. Frankie de Jong is looking to cross it in. Will he get it? No, he's going back to Pedre, who crosses it in. Zouma clears it. Karetsas goes out wide to Missouri, who goes and picks it up and puts it up the line to Karetsas. Karetsas inverts to Ouedraogo, back to Adam Wharton, pushes it out wide to Ouedraogo, and then takes a weird double touch into Marino, who pushes it back to Ter Stegen. But Jared Branthwaite is able to clean up that mess. Zouma out to Missouri, plays it up the wing to Karetsas. Ouedraogo beats his player. Wow. Come into Adam Wharton. He's going out wide. No, he's going to hit it. And Hugo, no, he's offside. Oh, no. Adam Wharton took a pot shot at the goal, doinks it off the post, fell to Ekitike, who was able to just tap it in the open goal. Oh, that is so close. That is so unfortunate. And off the free kick, Ter Stegen goes... No, what? Can we pause there? What? That's 2 goals back to back that we have messed up. Oh my gosh. Barcelona is trying to hand us this game. Ter Stegen went into... I cannot believe that just happened. Karetsas picks it off the center back's foot, wide open goal, and hits it off the post. Oh my Lord. We can't allow our body language to affect them, so let's encourage the boys. Wow, okay, we go into halftime having shipped off 2 gold-plated opportunities. Oh my goodness. We very well could be up 2-0 on Barcelona, and instead it is still 0-0, and we are playing through their high press, which we do effectively. Harvey Elliott, sitting on a 6-2 and a yellow card, gets it to Ouedraogo, who pushes it up to Ekitike. They try to clear, but only as far as Sosa. Elliott brings it back to Sosa. Karetsas! The Greek freak! The Greek freak! Sosa to Karetsas! Our 19-year-old Greek freak has scored to put us ahead of Barcelona in the Champions League final. Harvey Elliott pushes it back to Sosa, who goes all the way to the back stick to Karetsas, and he out-jumps their left back for the header. We are up 1-0 in the 50th minute, and we have another highlight. Zouma time. Come on now. Zouma time! Let's go! Kurt Zouma sends the fans into rapture. Borna Sosa, back-to-back highlights with the assist. Both of them back stick assist. Wow, we are up 2-0, but it is only the 53rd minute. We have 40 minutes to go, and Barcelona is going to make a game of this. Marino. Borna Sosa, you had time. You didn't need to try and clear that. All right, Adam Wharton is able to pull it off of Pedri's feet. Sosa up to Harvey Elliott. Elliott into Ouedraogo. We're going to play it up to Ekitike. Harvey Elliott. Come on, do something, my dude. Back stick. Karetsas. Karetsas. Harvey Elliott. Back stick to Karetsas. This is his Karetsas. This is his I am here moment in the Champions League final. Our 19-year-old Greek international freak wonder kid who won the Next Gen 50 is showing exactly why he is the best young player in the world. He has 2 goals to send us up 3-0 against Barcelona. I can feel those ears on that trophy in my hands right now. We go long to Ouedraogo, who is able to nod it down to Ekitike, and it is offside anyway. Wow, okay. Konstantinos Karetsas playing Barcelona off the field, sporting an 8-4. All right, we're in the 65th minute. I'm going to praise the boys to high heaven. All right. After this highlight, we're going to make some substitutions. Owusu-Adoro plays short to Branthwaite, out to Adam Wharton, who plays high to Borna Sosa. Tries to go into Ouedraogo, who zigged when he should have zagged. And Sosa is able to push Pedri off the ball. Goes short to Wharton, but Pedri wins it right to Branthwaite's feet. Harvey Elliott plays into Ouedraogo, overlapping Borna Sosa. We got all mixed up there. There are 3 people running the same run. Martinez into Rafinha. Missouri wins it. Into Ouedraogo. Harvey Elliott. Doesn't matter. Borna Sosa. Hugo Ekitike. Hugo Ekitike with the nod home. There's a hint of offside. Harvey Elliott's on the ground. Are we going to go up 4-0? You best believe we are. Let's go. Hugo Ekitike when we need him the most. Borna Sosa involved again. Ekitike hits the crossbar, drops down luckily to his feet, and he is finally, this time, able to push the ball into the net. Harvey Elliott is broken in half and on a yellow card. Let's go ahead and pull him off. I'm going to put our baby on, João Lopez. He just signed his first professional deal. Let's go ahead and throw him on. He is a winger. Put him in to support. Make sure that he gets a trophy here. And I think we can do the same thing with Tommy Dale. We're up 4-0. I might be making a huge mistake here, but I would say with 4-goal lead, with 17 minutes left in the game in regular time, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay here. Luke 09 is going to come in for Eric Martel in that ball-winning midfielder role. And who else? Finley Freels. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring Finley Freels in. Switch him out wide. He is going to be a winger in attack. And then Konstantinos Karetsas, searching for that hat trick, is going to come into that attacking midfield. And I think I'm going to hold on to my one sub just in case there's an injury, just in case Barcelona decides that they're going to stop feeling bad for themselves. We're in the 80th minute. I'm going to throw our waste time tactic on. Danny Olmo clears it only as far as Branthwaite, who plays into Borna Sosa. Back to Luke 09 to Kurt Zouma. The boys are feeling it. We have about 7 minutes to go until glory, Sunderland. Here we go. Ekitike gets the ball in, and he goes near post. Luke 09 to Ekitike. This little green gremlin is trying to ruin our fun. But goal awarded. Ekitike. Yeah, let's go ahead and change tactics. Ekitike gets the ball from Luke 09 one time and just beats the center back. No help. Ter Stegen can't beat the front post shot. This is insane. Never, ever in my life would I think that we were about to come to Germany and wax the floor with Barcelona. All right, we are in the final minute here. I'm going to make my last substitution, and I don't know who to bring on. Samardzic maybe, just because he hasn't played hardly at all, but that would mean taking Karetsas off, and he's looking for his hat trick. Enzo Lafitte, Ekitike is looking for his hat trick. Let's give Borna Sosa a round of applause here. Let's see him off in a big old standing ovation, because he has played lights out with his assist. 2 assists. They made us wait until the 5th minute of stoppage time after only giving us 3, but we have done it. Sunderland A.F.C. in the second, I can't even talk, season, the second season in save, we are lifting the Champions League trophy. Look at that beautiful sight. We're dancing. Wow. Take it to the corner. Take it to the fans. Hold it up loud and proud, my friends. We have done it, and we did not just do it. We freaking did it. Sunderland A.F.C. just beat Barcelona in the Champions League final 5-0 after massive games from Hugo Ekitike with a 9-3 and 2 goals. Konstantinos Karetsas started it all off with an 8-3 and 2 goals. Borna Sosa played out of his mind with an 8-7 with 2 goals and 3 clear chances created. We have just crushed one of the most storied clubs in history. And if you look at the stats, I'm just seeing this now. It wasn't even close. We had 13 shots and 11 of them on target for a 2.5 XG to their 3/4 of a goal in XG with only 3 shots on target. Congratulations. What a win is absolutely correct. We are walking out of this save having done the triple, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League trophy. Holy crap. Look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful competitions page. We're going to get an email about it. Yeah, we lifted the trophy. The famous treble. Sunderland are celebrating a magnificent treble after beating Barcelona 5-0 in the UEFA Champions League final. Sunderland have won the Champions League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup this season. They're going to look back at some great wins along the way, perhaps the most notable, including a highly impressive 9-0 dismantling of Antwerp, their 4-2 aggregate win over Liverpool, their 5-4 aggregate win over Porto, and a 3-1 triumph against Bayer Leverkusen. Sunderland were only considered to have a slight chance of winning the UEFA. A slight chance? Considering we went into the Premier League season at 500-1 odds, I would say we had like a negative chance. There was probably a greater chance that they were going to find something wrong with our paperwork and kick us out of the Champions League than it would have been that we won the Champions League. But head coach King Mercury overcame considerable odds and had deservedly received the plaudits for guiding the Black Cats to an unlikely treble. Wow. Okay, so if we now look at this trophy cabinet, we have added a UEFA Champions League trophy to the cabinet for the first time in history. I can't believe it. Well, that's it. I mean, we did not win the Premier League, but we won the best thing there is. And that's what this save was about, Champions League glory. And we have achieved that in only 2 years. Wow. Okay. I think the plan is I'm going to do one final episode before the beta drops, and it'll just be, I'll push the club forward 5 years, see where they end up, and see what the board does to dismantle us. I'm going to go ahead and save here just so that I can push them ahead, and then I'm going to resign. Wow. Of course they want us, they want us to stay, but I have no intention of changing my mind. Cyril is incredibly disappointed. They'd rather have us stay, but we did it, folks. Well, what an absolute crazy end to my first Football Manager long form save. Again, if you would have asked me how long this was going to take me at the start, I certainly wouldn't have said I'd be able to do it in 2 years. But we did some incredible transfer work. We were able to spend a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, we spent crazy money, but I'd say we put it to really, really great use. Winning the Champions League, winning the FA Cup, winning the Carabao Cup. Wow. All right. Well, I really appreciate you all having hung out with me. If you enjoyed this series, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy seeing me talk on camera, please like and subscribe. Click on notifications to make sure that you get all of the new videos that are coming out for FM26. Go back and watch this video right here just to give me a couple more views, and thanks for watching.